get a camera. I have so much stuff on my phone. Who cares? Last night I went out with friends. This morning I went out with friends to a bagel place that's sitting outside. And I'm telling Andrea's friends that we're having a bagel with. There's a show called, not 50 Cents. It's 50 Cents. Queen of the Stardust Ballroom. It was a show with Maureen Stapleton. It was great. It was a TV movie. I remember my mother used to watch it late at night, and then became a Broadway show in the 80s. I think it was produced in the late 70s. It had to. And the story with Dorothy, not Dorothy Lane, I can't think, a fabulous actress. I keep putting her on Facebook. It's about a lady that's married 125 years. Her husband dies. She loses her husband. She's alone. Her kids don't want her, whatever it is. And she meets a married guy. And she now has love and affection and attention, and she's very happy. And she sings a song called 50%. And the lyrics are fabulous. And I'm telling this to Andrea's friends. And I'm saying the song she's singing, I don't iron his shirts. I don't make his ties. We don't spend holidays together. We don't spend Christmas, not birthdays. I had enough birthday celebrations. I had enough New Year's Eve celebrations. I had enough of crying. I've had enough. I'd rather have 50% of him than all of anybody else at all. And what she's saying is, she knows he's married. She doesn't care. She loves him, and she knows that she can't have him 100% of the time. She's thrilled to have him 50% of the time. She'd rather have him for 50% than 100% of anybody else. That's what she's saying in the song. It's a great song. So Andrea's friends are saying, oh, that's terrible. One friend says, well, that's not right. She's breaking up the other family. She's breaking up the other wife. And the other one says, why didn't she go with somebody else? But she could have somebody else 100% of the time. And I said, what the hell do you want from me? I didn't write the show. What are you telling me for? Go call Stephen Sondheim. I said, Andrea, when you get Stephen Sondheim on the phone and tell him to change the whole show, for God's sake, I'm telling him a beautiful story. Beautiful. It's a great story. Go watch it. And I posted on Facebook. The lady is married 100 years. Her husband died. She's alone. A lot of people are alone because at Andrea's age, not my age, at Andrea's age, all her friends are getting divorced. I'm walking down the street yesterday. And we're walking by a house. A few days ago, we drove by a house, a friend's house that we know, and had for sale sign. Andrea's over there. They're selling the house. I don't know why they're selling the house. Yesterday, I'm walking by. It says sold. I said, how the hell did he sell the house so fast? So I'm walking by yesterday, because that's bought a DVD called Doc Pomus, which I'll tell another blog. It's a great documentary. And as I'm walking, he wrote Viva Las Vegas. That's why I only get things that say with Las Vegas. I'm walking by his house, and he comes out. He says, Bronstein, you don't say hello? I say, how the hell did you sell your house so fast? I was driving by the other day. It says for sale. I'm driving by the next day. It says sold. How did you do it? He says, oh, I sold my house, my wife, my kids. I said, can I get the number of your realtor? The point is, everybody's getting divorced in Andrea's age group. And now we saw another couple today that are together. They're both divorced. And the girls were saying, and Andrea's girlfriend was saying, you know, at their age, not my age, at their age, it's hard to meet people. So people hook up with anybody, They need companionship, somebody to hold their hand, somebody to go out to restaurants with. Andrea tells me a lot of her girlfriends need more passion in their lives. They like that passion, whatever the bullshit is, passion. So it's difficult to meet somebody at Andrea's age, not my age. I got plenty of people I can meet at Andrea's age. So in this story, the lady is the same thing, much older than Andrea is. But she said, well, I'm alone, and human beings need companionship. My dog always wants to be with me. So that's the way it is. And she's saying, in the song, I know he's married, but I don't care. I love him. And I'd rather have him 50% than somebody else at 100%. That's the whole point. And then Andrea's girlfriend's saying, well, but she could be with somebody else 100%. She doesn't want to be with somebody else. That's the whole point of the song. She doesn't want to be with 100% of a guy she really doesn't like. She'd rather be with 50% of the guy that she loves. Will you please get Stephen Sondheim on the phone for me, please? And while you're doing that, go to davestvempire.com. davestvempire.com. Because that's where you have 100%. 100% of the cash. You would not believe the stories I'm reading about these kids that are making a fortune. A kid's making a fortune. And a site called Wattpad, I think. I can't even say it. W-A-T-T in Toronto raised $46 million. People post stories on there. It's crazy. I was out with Andrea's friends last night. And I can't tell you their names because I'll be very mad if I tell you their names. Now, here's the crazy part. These are Andrea's friends. Every 2 minutes, they're on Facebook, they're on Instagram, they're on LinkedIn, they're on Twitter. Here I am having a hamburger. Here I am on vacation. They take pictures. They post, here's my kids. Here's where I live. Here's my address. Here's my phone number. They tell the whole world what they're doing every 2 minutes. If I say their name right now, they'll say, how dare you say my name? Who are you to say my name? You can't say my name. Then they'll say, David said, they'll go right online. David said, tell the world. David just said my name. I can't tell you their name. But right now they're telling everybody I'm having a sandwich, I'm in the bathroom, I'm going to a restaurant, I'm going to just come back from the movies. They're telling everybody their whole life every second. I woke, good morning, everybody. I'm going to bed now. But if I say their name, don't you say my name? Yesterday they're showing me Instagram. I'm not on Instagram. And they're showing me, it's fantastic Instagram. They have one friend, a friend of a friend of a friend that started a restaurant profile. I don't know what it is. And on the profile, he posts different restaurants. I'm at this restaurant, I went to that restaurant, here I'm at this restaurant. And then people at restaurants, they take pictures of the restaurants and they send it to this guy. They send it to their friend, so for him to put it on his profile. Then they have a niece that has hamburgers. I love hamburgers, I adore hamburgers, I gotta eat hamburgers. And she takes pictures of hamburgers and puts it on her profile, whatever I'm saying, her account, her profile, whatever it is. And then other people go to eat hamburgers. Before they eat a hamburger, they go, wait a minute, I want to take a picture of the hamburger, hold it. And then they send it to their niece to put it on her profile. Who the hell knows what? Who cares? So I said, that's fantastic. I'd like to make some money with them. Well, I don't think they're making any money. One has 40,000 followers, one has 400 followers, whatever they're telling me. I thought, my guy Alex, tomorrow I'll get in touch with him. And we'll put some revenue models on these profiles. We'll sell t-shirts and mugs and cups and people will go there. All the people sending pictures of hamburgers and restaurants will be able to click there and buy t-shirts and mugs and we could all make money. And Andreas' friend says, well, I don't think anybody would buy some t-shirts and mugs. Why would they buy t-shirts and mugs from these websites? Why would anybody want to do that? Now here's the crazy part. To Andreas' friends, it's normal to take pictures of hamburgers and send it to their friends. It's normal to take pictures of celery and carrots and this is my dinner, this is my lunch, I'm at this restaurant, and take pictures all day. This is where I'm at this restaurant, and I'm going to send a picture to this guy who I never even met. That's normal. But to buy a t-shirt, why would anybody buy a t-shirt? A mug, why would they want to buy a mug or a t-shirt or a hat? No, why would they do that? Sure, taking pictures of hamburgers and hot dogs, that's different. But to buy a t-shirt or a mug, saying I bought a hamburger and a hot dog, who would want to do that? Would you please go to Dave'sTVEmpire.com because I'm going to pull the hair out of my head. You know, the Spanx girl, the girl's a billionaire. She said she's a billionaire because when she created Spanx, and if she said to anybody, hey, I'm creating Spanx, they'd all say, who the hell want to do that? We already have stockings, we already have pantyhose, nobody's going to need that. So she wouldn't tell anybody what she was doing because she didn't want to spend her time defending herself. And that's my new mantra. I tell people what I'm doing because I want them to get involved with me. When I start putting up walls, ceilings, barriers, limits, the only limitations are in your head. You can do anything. As Walt Disney said, it's fun to do the impossible. And as Lewis J. Carroll, who wrote Alice in Wonderland, he said, I think of about 100 different impossible things before I have breakfast. That's how I think. I think they're doing it, I got to do it. Yet other people say, like last night, when I said these kids are making a fortune online, one of Andrew's friends said, oh, but that's 1 in a million. You know how many people don't make a fortune, how many people fail. It's funny how people think like that. A lot of my business partners all say the same thing when I come to them with a new deal, new opportunity. Oh, that's 1 in a million. The guy that raised $46 million for his Wattpad, whatever it's called, you know how many people don't raise money? And then I think, does that mean you shouldn't do it? And does that mean because one guy did it and 10 couldn't, does that mean you shouldn't do it because you're like the other 10? Because if the guy that raised the money, if he thought like you, there'd be no Facebook, there'd be no Twitter, there'd be no nothing. Somebody got to do it, so why can't it be me? Why can't it be you? But it's for some reason, that's why there's entrepreneurs, that's why there's millionaires and billionaires, and that's why there's the whole other part. You know, what do they say? The rich people, there's only the 1% of the world, the 2% of the world, whatever they say, the rich billionaires. You know why they're 1% and 2%? Because they think like I do. They think like that. They think, oh my God, I got to do that. The Japanese, the Chinese are always ripping everybody off with the pocketbooks, a fake Louis Vuitton, a fake this one. Why are they all doing that? Because it works, because people are buying it. They see what's successful, then they replicate what's successful. And that's my business model. I tell my kids all the time, you want to be successful, do what successful people do. Yet Andrew's friends, they can't wait to go out to buy phony Louis Vuitton bags and phony Chanel bags and phony Hugo Boss shirts. Why? Why don't you buy the real thing? Well, the real thing's too expensive. Well, then why are you buying the fake one? Why are you buying the fake one? So people can walk around and say, oh, that's a beautiful Louis Vuitton bag. So they think that's the real one. Isn't the whole purpose of all this crap that we buy is for ourselves? If I wanted a Mercedes, but I don't want to spend $100,000 for a Mercedes, should I go take the symbol off of another Mercedes and put it on my Chevrolet? There, I got a Mercedes. If I want a Mercedes, I want a Mercedes. I buy the Mercedes. We have a friend that bought a Chanel bag. We were in Las Vegas together. They went to the Wynn Hotel, and they bought a $3,000 Chanel bag. It's a real Chanel bag, $3,000. Because I went in a Chanel bag. And Andrea walks around with the Chanel bag. This is my Chanel bag. And she knows it's a real Chanel bag. Then Andrea has other friends that goes to the Chinese supermarket and they buy a Louis Vuitton bag for $1.50. And they walk around, oh, it's my Louis Vuitton bag. But they know it's $1.50. I don't understand. I don't buy fake stuff. I buy stuff because I want it. And if I want the real thing, I buy the real thing. I don't buy the fake thing. This is a Movado watch. I didn't buy a fake Movado watch. I bought a real Movado watch. If I wanted a what's the kind of watch? A Rolex. I buy a real Rolex watch. Why would I buy a fake one? I don't understand this mindset. I don't understand. The only thing I understand is to go to davestvempire.com. That's the only thing I understand because that's where you can make the money to buy the Rolex watches, the $3,000 Chanel bags, the $100,000 Louis Vuitton, anything you want that's real. It's at davestvempire.com. Get real. Who says that? Who's that song? I got a cat meowing here. Must be stuck in the wall. That's a movie I saw. Let's get real and go to davestvempire.com because it's all about the cash. I'm all about the cash. If you want cash, davestvempire.com and email me, davestvempire@rogers.com. Let's make a lot of dough together like the kid that raised $46 million. Because I'm not like everybody else says, well, that's $1 million. I'm raising $46 million and I want to do it with you at davestvempire.com. Goodbye.